And then a couple more topics here. I want to talk about Sudan's Rapid Support Force may have committed genocides as fighters executed thousands of civilians who desperately attempted to flee the West Darfur region last summer. This is according to Human Rights Watch, which collected the testimonies of over 200 witnesses who described children still alive being pulled up and shot by RSF fighters as part of the ethnic cleansing campaign against the Mazalt people and other non-Arab communities.
So what I want to say about this is I was watching this.
That's sad.
I was actually watching this video of this right here, and they're saying that, and I almost liken it back to what they're doing to these kids in Gaza. You know, not to switch subjects. We're gonna stay on.
No, same thing.
But okay, if you're killing a bunch of kids, man, that to me is a form of ethnic cleansing. That's your next generation that you're doing. They're killing kids. Man.
Yeah, to make sure that nobody can come back.
And this is why this is so important over here in Sudan, because it's happening over here, but nobody's talking about it. This is being swept under the rug. There's hundreds of thousands of people who are displaced, don't have anywhere to go. The encampments that you see in Gaza are nothing compared to what's going on in Sudan. And people aren't, imagine the famine that's going on over there, the humanitarian crisis that's happening in Sudan, and nobody's speaking about it. They have a way bigger population than what they have in Israel.
Yeah.
And so what do you think's happening? And
what's happening in Israel, not to bring it up, is that they know why they're killing all them. They want that land. Mm-hmm. And they're going to kill those people and then get that waterfront land. And see, in Sudan, they want to keep that quiet because if all those people die, then they can take that land too. That's all it's about. Resources. Then
you have two opposing forces fighting. I'm sure they're being funded by some covert superpower. Somewhere.
And America don't care about no kids. If they did, they would have done something with the Catholic Church when they were molesting all the children. If Americans cared about kids, they would have released the Epstein list.
Yeah. So I feel like we got to keep on talking
America's
about this thing
on some fuck the kids shit. Literally.
It's a cold place to be in.
Prove me wrong. If America cared about the kids, they would have swept through Hollywood when all the people were giving up them names. What's it? The two Coreys.
Corey, yep.
The Coreys. They've named these people, and these people are still in power. You have people from Nickelodeon molesting kids, and they're still in power.
What I will say,
they don't care about these children. That's why I don't care about these genocides.
But what I will say, as far as being America, it's a tough job to be America, because you have to be the boss of everything. It's like, okay, this is going on over here. I got to go over here and go fight. Okay, this is going on over here. But in reality, it doesn't matter. Whoever you put in power, you're just propping up somebody for someone else to come in and put a little more money in his pocket. And then they run off and doing what they want them to do. You look at our next door neighbor. Our backyard neighbor, who is like Venezuela. The country with the largest known oil reserves in the entire world. We got Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is making a defense pact with us. They're already kind of on our side. We have bases in Saudi Arabia. That's one of our partners right there. More or less, but more than less. And then you have, we could be energy independent with Venezuela on our team, but for some reason we can't get these guys to kind of coalesce and go along with what we want them to do. It's because what happens is someone else comes in, sweeps in, offers them a little bit more money, prop somebody up in place, and we can't just go in there and destabilize them.
Yeah,
hey, we killed the leader, and then everyone's pointing at us like, "Hey, you killed the leader. They're destabilized. Now they got someone comes in, puts a coup in place. Now you just
like in Niger where they're kicking all the troops out.
It's just a problem. You know what I mean? So it's tough to be the world's policeman. Yeah, it's kind of who we are, and we kind of got to be that. But we can't blame ourselves for every single problem. I know that when we look at Sudan, I want to keep talking about Sudan because the people look like us. So it's important for us to speak about that. It's important for us to know about that and talk about that between ourselves and not just talk about Gaza and Israel and Ukraine.
Because there's a lot of atrocities going on in the world
around the world, but especially things that are happening to people who they may not even agree with us as being who we are, but it's good for us to talk about because it's been going on for a long time. And it's been swept under the rug and it's been, and it's been just recycled, and so. Yeah, we definitely
and we have to watch out who we elect because sometimes we get idiots in office.
Yeah.